What do you think the difference is becoming a peacemaker, being the bigger person, and then there's a person who's just bitching out, you know?
Peacemaker, you're not getting yourself into a conflict and then trying to talk your way out, because that's kind of like being the bitch in that situation. Like if I say, yo, Michael, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. It's like net banging, right? You want to talk shit and then whatever. And then when it comes down to the situation, you're like,
Damn,
okay, like,
yeah.
you know, like, this isn't what I really meant. And then you're acting like a peacemaker, but in reality, you are the one who started it.
So if you're the instigator.
If you're the instigator, you can't be a peacemaker. It doesn't intertwine with one another.
Yeah. If you start a situation and you don't want to finish
Like
it.
you can't be a bully and a victim.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You can't swing first and be the good guy.
Facts.
Right? You could be both throughout your years. You know, in grade 9, 10, I know a lot of people who were starting shit, grade 11, 12, university. You're kind of like, damn. Like, I've had that moment where I've kind of been, like, in the middle of those things where, like, I can't really name them because, like, I couldn't remember. But, like, I know there was probably 1 or 2 people who I might have been rude to for no reason, right? But I feel like as I grew older, I was like, damn. And I remember calling. Like, I call those people and I go, how you been? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's kind of like that. I don't want people to remember me as someone who was rude, and you know starts problems for nothing. I want to like leave it on a good note. You know, if you don't speak to me in 10 years from now, okay, that's cool, but I don't want you to, you know, have that, you know, when you look at that graduation book or yearbook, you know, and be like, oh, Kipnis,
yeah,
didn't like him.
Yeah.
I don't want that, you know, having that in the back of your head that like you're good with somebody. I'm
All
scared
the
to lose the
time, you
character and the reputation that I worked hard for.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't want to go grade 9, 10, 11 being a good guy, you know, being outside of all these conflicts, and then grade 12 becoming some next, you know, gangbanger, and then everyone like, damn, this kid fell off, you know.
Or
like,
he changed, right?
He changed, but not even for the better. Yeah. Exactly, you know.
Forgiveness is huge.
Yeah, forgive and forget.
When you forgive someone, it just, there's such a weight off your shoulder. When I was in conflict, I always had this like weight on my shoulder, always looking around. I didn't want to walk home alone because I was scared like I get pulled up on or something. Like it was so bad. It was like, this is horrible. And like once I forgave, or you know, like if I caused a problem, I pride this. Like if you cause a problem, if you're the instigator, own up to it or fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the end of the day. Like if you are
owning up to it necessarily doesn't have to lead to fighting though, right?
Yeah,
when people like, you know, start something, it could be, okay, I started it, but then, you know, let's say I start something with you today, but then a week from now, one of your friends DM me be like, that's not Michael. Let me give you a better idea of what might have been the real, you know, going on in the back of his head, and be like, damn, I didn't think about that. And then me going to you to solve it wouldn't necessarily be, okay, I started something, now we have to fight about it. It could be, I thought about this, you know, I took my time. Let's talk about it.
When you're younger though, shit doesn't happen like that.
No, because they always think with, you know, just these, you know,
they
even, don't.
It's just pride, right?
Yeah, they want to build a reputation as an invincible person or something, you know. But I feel like once you grow out of that phase, I think it's all phases. Yeah. And if it's not a phase and that's just a lifestyle that you pick, that's bad. That's bad. Yeah, good luck to you.
I think that's what I love about like going to parties in grade 12, because it's no more of those conversations of who's gonna fight who. Everyone's over that, and if you're not, then you're obviously
you're stuck back in 2018.
Still like good for you, you know. Keep going with the rate you're going. I don't give a fuck about.
I'll
your
visit
future,
you in your prison cell.
Yeah, but not necessarily prison. But yeah, literally, like it could get to that point if you don't break out of it. But most people do, and it's nice to know that like these people were always these people inside. They just put a persona on for like the mentions, right, or the follows, or whether that's like Instagram followers, Instagram likes, or clout, or you know, being that tough guy. Like, oh, I don't want to fuck with this guy. You know, and people love that.
And that ties into the whole putting others instead of yourself first, you know. When you put others instead of yourself first, you kind of like, if you're in a room with 30 people or at a club, right, at a party, instead of looking at yourself being, okay, I don't have a scar here, I don't have a black eye, do I want that?
Yeah.
No. But then you look there and you're seeing these big guys, you know, who look tough, who have these girls around them, and you're like, damn, that's how I'm going to do it. And then you start something. You benefit more from putting yourself first than others.
In the long run.
But at times, it is selfish to put yourself first, because you're always just thinking about yourself. That doesn't become you putting yourself first. That just becomes you becoming a selfish person. Right? Like if I'm putting myself first in every situation, no one's going to come to me for a lending hand, because they know I'm going to say, what do I benefit?
Uh-huh.
You know, and that's not morally, that's not the way to think about life. You know, like if someone needs something from you, or you yourself are in a situation where you know you can help somebody else out, that benefits you way more than saying no. You know, and I think that a lot of people are too afraid to be true to who they are. It's about respect as well. You know,
fairness.
I'm gonna cover your tab for when we go out. I'm gonna do it not because I want the next time we do to go somewhere else more expensive when I want you to cover it. I'm gonna cover you because I know that the next time we go out, he would voluntarily, you know, do it.
It's all about making a persona from yourself, or building your character and how you want to be viewed for others. And I think that's a very tough thing, because other people, like we said, you won't satisfy everyone, and other people will view you. You could be super nice and people will be like, oh, what a bitch. You'd be super rude and be like, damn, this guy is always getting into trouble.
Exactly.
You could be neutral, be like, damn, this guy's a snake, man. Don't even trust him. He's always taking other people's sides, always fake. Or like there's no real thing to do. Like every single thing that you do, it's gonna come with consequences no matter what. You can't avoid anything.
It don't matter.